Hello there, my name's Vince from My Mate Vince, and in this video today we're going to be looking at these 3 broken watches that I purchased from eBay a couple of years ago now. These 2 look like LED watches, so they're going to be lighting up red originally, and this one here is a Casio watch. This is from 1983 onwards. These 2, I don't know, I think they're from around about mid-1970s, so we're looking at something which is 40 years old and possibly nearly 50 years old on these 2. This one is stamped up as time band, so we're talking very early digital watches here. So yeah, let's get started. I think I am going to start on this little one here because I quite like the look of it. So first of all, let's see what batteries it takes. So there we go, it says Swiss case there. I can't see any date on it. It does look like it's very badly corroded though. Yep, we've got some sort of leakage, haven't we? That's not looking very healthy. Okay, that's gone. And we've got 2 batteries here and here. I wonder, should they be put in the wrong way like that? Let's undo that little screw if we can. This one looks like it's probably beyond repair. Right, so this is all broken up. It would have gone all the way around originally. This looks like it's welded onto here. So it looks like there's another screw just here. Now, I didn't pay much. It would have been something like £15 delivered. I paid next to nothing for them. Right, what batteries do these take? 392, is that? 392. There we go. What on earth? Oh yeah. So is that like gold plated that's just broken down? Look how fragile it all is. I think that's gold plated that's just broken down. I think the corrosion has probably got too much into this. Oh, maybe that's how the whole circuit board's done with these little gold traces. Can you see it goes up here? Okay. I bet this one is going to be much worse. Let me just see if it taps out. Yes, it does. Right, look at the state of that one. Okay. Amazingly though, that doesn't look too bad. Oh, and it is marked up positive and negative. Right, okay. Well, let's see if I've got any of those batteries. I mean, as long as it makes contact with this, it will be, it will work. Let's have a listen. Yeah, that's going up there. Yeah, so as long as it makes contact, it's gonna... I'm just gonna scrape this away because this is gonna stop it from sitting down flat. Amazingly, because I'm a quartz watch fiend, I love my quartz watches. I like to go against the consensus. I have actually got some of these, 392. And this one goes in this way. Okay, so we have to short the back. Let me just see if this is conductive. Yep. So let's see if, oops, let's see if anything comes alive. Oh, I bet you have to press a button to make this work. Because otherwise it would wear the battery down too much in the 1970s, wouldn't it? I'm on there now. You're not doing anything. No, you're not doing anything. Right, maybe the corrosion's gone very badly. They might have travelled through the inside. Right, let's see how the module comes out. So that looks like a quartz crystal here, doesn't it? And that must be to do with the timing of it, the tuning capacitor. Oh my word. What? Oh my god, you can, it's that old, you can see the bond wires. It's not encapsulated. No way. I mean, awful corrosion around the LEDs. No way. So they're actual, you can see they're the actual diodes for the LED display. We have to look at this through the microscope. That is amazing. You can actually see the microchip. Oh my word, with all the bond wires going to it. Look at that. So this is where I've got to be real careful that I don't slip. This is where it attaches, all the wires attach onto the circuit board. So for example, one of these might be going up here to the LED display here. This one down here might be going underneath to the battery. But you can clearly see there that that is the actual silicon chip. And I mean, how nice is that? How nice is it that you can actually see it? And all the bond wires going to it. Amazing. And here as well. So now what's happening is this is all corrosion. I've just got to be so careful. I just want to tap it. Oh, see that? Look at that. So the corrosion sat on all of this. I think that's just glue. And up here is this corrosion or glue? I think that is, I don't know what that is. What can I do here? Oh, this is for the little two dots in the middle. Oh, what a shame. What's weird though is, why is the corrosion just kind of sat... No, I suppose it is random. I was going to say, why is it on the components and not on here? But it is random, isn't it? Right, what am I going to do here? I suppose we have to get some IPA and a very soft brush. Let me use a brush that hasn't been cut down, so it's nice and soft. Let me just drop some IPA on it and see what happens. Hopefully it doesn't dissolve anything. Just a bit worried about these little bond wires here. Everything's exposed. Just going to drop this in here. I try to go in line with the bond wires. How ridiculous is this? Now I can't see bond wires there on that one. On the edge here. Maybe they've been eaten away. Can you see just here? We haven't got any bond wires, have we? From that little pad to there or that pad to there. Also, I can't see anything going to this one here either. We've got a bond wire here, but where's this one gone? So yeah, clearly, in fact that one's, is that one broken? Yeah, that one's broken as well. Right, okay, you can see that this is beyond repair. The thing is though, I would expect some of them to work. I wonder where the bond wire from there goes. And you can clearly see bond wires here. But I think that one there should be going to There, you see, that should be going down here, shouldn't it? These I don't even think would be soldered, they'd be some sort of like sonically welded or something. Yeah, now these all hanging off here. Yeah, that should be there. So the corrosion just eating them away. I, as far as I know, wouldn't be able to solder onto the gold. I might be able to get away with one, but not with the amount of wires that needs doing here. That one's gone as well. Well, it's really interesting to see. Is that one gone? Yeah, that's gone. No, what a shame. Right, and here are the things that actually light up. Can you see around the edges? Yeah, so even this one here looks like it's kind of been eaten through the actual light itself there. See, it doesn't look like this side here. Yeah, so it's not just the bond wires. For example, I reckon this one here would light up if you got the correct bond wire feeding it. You know, so they're going to be, how many segments are in? 8 is going to be the biggest segment, isn't it? So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to need 7 bond wires on each one. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's just going to be 2 for here. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not sure what that one's for. So that's it, you see, and each of the bond wires. So that bond wire will go from there to there. That's feeding this LED little bit here. This one would be, sorry, this one would go to here. This one probably to here. This one maybe to here. This one maybe to, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So why have we got 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 bond wires. What's going on here? Do you have to marry some of them up? Okay, well, that's really interesting how that works. Well, clearly, I'm not going to be able to fix this, but I would have thought that we might have got something on the display, so maybe, there you go, that's gone as well. So it's not just the display, it's down here, that's gone. They're all gone. So anywhere that you see a dot of corrosion, there you go, the wire's not actually, no longer attached. That's no longer attached. That's no there, these are all loose, look. Everywhere you can see the corrosion. Yeah, hence the reason it's not working. Right, let's move on to the next one. There's nothing I can do about this. If one of them was gone, you might be able to just add a little bit of what I would do with silver conductive paint. But everything's gone on this board. For me though, it was still really interesting to see, and you can understand it a lot more when you can physically see what's happening there. Now these are probably going to be okay. No, that's gone. No, they're all gone because you can see it's like got a weird brown thing at the end. I bet this one here is okay. Yeah, there you go. Right, I think I might have just broken that. That's okay. There you go. You've seen that one bend. But everywhere where you see that funny sort of stuff here, you know, this white stuff, it's gone there. Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. Interesting to see. I'll sell it back on eBay as untested. Joke. Now, my hopes for this are even less because I can physically see that this one is all corroded at the bottom. Again, unless the person was just very sweaty. But look at this, this is like welded in. Also, what a horrible strap in relation to what this would look like. You can see there that it suits it, doesn't it? That strap completely suits that watch. Yet, this one doesn't. Right, that is bending under the strain there. Oh, I think it's because they've used one that's far too big for it. Let's just try to bend the thing out. There we go. Yeah. Boots! No way! Boots! What? A Boots watch. Boots is a pharmacy that we still have. It's still going, which is great to hear that something's still going. Boots. Amazing. There we go, broke out. Wow, look at that, completely, amazing. Right, let's try to undo the back of this. Just adjusting these little fingers. Now, are you going to open? Yes, you are. No way. What lies inside? Is this corrosion from the battery, or was it just a very sweaty person? Please be just sweaty Betty. Wouldn't it be nice to see the inside completely clean? I'd really like, I haven't got an LED watch, I'd like to see. And this is a man's size as well. Come on. Oh, yes. It's just a very, very sweaty person. Now, hold on, I've got a couple of bits here. This might be important. I've got a bit here, a bit here, a bit of ceramic. I don't know what they're about. And again, they're in series with each other. Let's keep these to one side because they might give us a clue later on about why it's not working. I'm just going to clean up my mat a little bit. Here we go, we've got another bit come out here. Looks like they're blue, maybe Loctite's been put on them. Right, okay. Now how corroded is that there? Not too bad. So Duracell L124, 10L124. I'll have to Google that. Right, we have got a build up just here. But amazingly, it's all coming off very, very nicely. Right, looks like LR43 is the equivalent. And all these other codes here. I haven't got any. I've got LR44, which are a bit thicker, but I might just go with them. It will let me know if it's working or not. I've never actually looked up what the what LR44 means compared to LR43. Does it mean it's 4.3 millimeters in depth rather than 4.4? Maybe. Anyway. They're both strong, over 1.5 volts each. So let's put the positive in that side there. Are you going to fit? Yes. And we're going to put the negative there. Put these both together. Let's see if it comes alive. Oh yes, look at that. We've got something. But it's not right. We've just got a tiny little bit. Right, so the display's clearly gone. Let me just push this button in, see if it does anything. No, okay, display's not working. Oh. Alright, well, at least we got a glimmer. We got a little glimmer, which is something's better than nothing. Let's take this one out and see if we can find out why this is not displaying. Here we go. Oh, wow. Wow, that's the reason why it's full of corrosion again. What? It's full of corrosion again. Now, what we got here? Oh, what a shame. It looks like this is following the same fate as the first one, and that means it is unfixable. It must have been left in the drawer, maybe dialed down, face down for years, and that battery corrosion has just eaten away at those displays. So yeah, it's not just because it's me that it's not fixable. Nobody would be able to fix these. If all those bond wires have come undone, nobody's going to be getting involved in that. You could be the best watchmaker in the world. You're not going to get involved in trying to reattach 70 bond wires on the whole module. As well as that, if corrosion has eaten away the segments on the LED display, what are you going to do there? There's nothing you can do, is there? There's no amount of IPA that's going to resurrect them. Anyway, let me show you this through the microscope. Wow, Crust Central. It's amazing that we had any glow at all. So you can see here all the little bond wires going to all these tracks here. We have a blob chip, so it's a silicon, the same as the other one, but they put a bit of epoxy on it to keep it safer. And you can see all these wires going down. So I presume, look at that one. That's amazing. That really is amazing how much it furs up. And I mean, why doesn't it sort of stick on the tracks? Why is it gathered here so well? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Completely loose. Are they all loose? No, that's glued down. That's amazing. There you go, bond wire gone there. Ah, it's a shame it wasn't just a you know, like one segment gone. That would have made an interesting video, but this has just gone completely. All these bond wires are gone here. But it's still very interesting to see how it's done. So it looks like the microchip side of it is probably working. It's just that the LED display is not working, because this is where the corrosion sat. In fact, let's put the batteries in now, if we can, and see which one was lighting up. It's somewhere in the middle. There we go. There we go, so that's the one there still working. Yeah, so it is those little outer ones that you can see. Well, fascinating but unfixable. Even if I was to clean all this up here, you can see that there's too much. There's too much to do. But it is lovely to see. In fact, that might be my thumbnail. Look at that. That looks amazing. Don't you think? I love that. Right, okay, I think we can all agree though, it is unfixable. So, yeah, and if you're thinking about size-wise, soldering iron, fine point, can you see how hard it would be to get onto the individual ones? And I don't even think you could. I think they are done. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're kind of gold tipped or something, and they're sonic welded on. That looks great there. Right, we're not having much luck here. Let's move on to the last one. Again, I'll pop it back together and sell it on eBay as untested. Oh, Margaret, he's a swine. Now, last but certainly not least, we have this little Casio. This is an A880 1983. Now, out of all of them, this is actually the best looking watch. These are more interesting. It would have been nice to see the kind of red glow completely across it, but this is something that people would still wear nowadays, and it would still look acceptable and still look nice, and nobody would really know if it was from Argos now or whether it is 40 years old. It's got a nice retro look. Even the new watches have the nice retro look because they're copying this one here because it's classic. This one I think is a lady's watch because it's very small, but it is still a nice looking watch. Right, let's pop the back off and see what's happening. It's a bit stubborn. There we go. Oh, uh-oh, it's all falling apart. Right, okay. It's got a little piezo buzzer type thing here. So it's got sound for the alarm and hourly chime and stuff. There we go. Now it's amazing, 10 years would have made such a difference in electronics. You know, this would have all been, this is going to be mostly plastic, all the chips on here would be probably all actual proper shaped chips or covered in epoxy. It wouldn't have bond wires all over the place. Right, that battery there looks like we've got leakage, and also there's Evidence of corrosion there as well. So I don't think we're going to have much luck here either. Battery is completely dead. Let's see what battery it is. LR926. Well, although it's not on the list here, I've got a 399 Renata that looks very, very similar as far as I can see. We've got the same diameter there, completely the same diameter, and height-wise, to me, they seem to be identical. So let's see if this one's going to work. First of all, let's zoom in and clean up the contacts. Right, so it's on one of these little bits of plastic to stop it shorting against anything else. Let's turn it upside down, get rid of that, and also let's just scrape off some of this dead skin. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's not worry about that yet. Look at all that. That goes in this bit first. And it says positive up. That's under a lot of strain there. There's no way that's going to grip that down. I wonder whether they put the wrong battery in one that's too thick. Let's just bend these back over. These will clip onto a bit of plastic, you see. Bent that a bit too much. Let's see if it will go in. I wonder, is that a little bit thick? Let's see if I've got anything thinner. Because we don't know that that's the original battery. I'm going to try a 371 because it looks a lot thinner. It might not last as long, but that to me looks like it's under too much pressure. So have a look here. Can you see that they're the same width there? But look at the depth, much different. So this one will hopefully fit in a lot nicer. Oh, that just feels right. That one feels right. Let's see if this will close now. There you go. That's the one, isn't it? That is the one. Oh my word. Yes! Amazing. Actually looks nice. Does the light work? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Look at that. Amazing. The buttons are actually working. Fantastic. Right, okay, let's take the module out, give it a little bit of clean, because one of those buttons didn't seem to work very nice. And get rid of some of the dead skin. Well, 1 out of 3 ain't too bad. Now with this one here, clearly nothing wrong with it, just a wrong battery was placed in it. But that battery probably did work. The back of the case would probably press it into position. But it's much nicer to have this one in because you can see everything clips in as it's designed to do. And you know it's just going to keep on working. What's amazing is, I don't know how long this has been out of service before, but quite believable that it could be 20 odd years or more. The display just kicks straight back into life and looks so bright and crisp. It really is amazing. There's a little bit of paint missing from the inside. I'm going to leave things as they are. All this watch needs is a clean. So I'm using IPA to clean up the bracelet. You could pop it in an ultrasonic cleaner, but the IPA is doing a great job of getting all the dirt out of it. And I'm just cleaning up the case as well. Make sure that the buttons move all nice in and out, you know, just with IPA, giving it all a clean, getting rid of all the dead skin. I'm using some Polywatch on the actual crystal, the face of it, just to get rid of some scratches. And I'm using a little bit of Brasso on the actual metal case itself and also the bracelet. Interestingly, I bought one of these watches very similar a couple of years ago from Argos. It's Casio original, and the actual case is made out of plastic. Bracelet is still metal, but the case is plastic and it's chrome plated. This feels so much nicer because you see it's colder, and also, not that you would do, but you know when you test things with your teeth, plastic look that looks like metal is just awful when you tap it with your teeth, but with this one it is proper metal, so it just feels nice. This would have never been a super expensive watch, but yet you can see that the quality is actually there. So I'm giving it all a good clean up. What is interesting is I want to show you something when it comes to the year, which I think is good because you can set the year on this as well. And it starts in 1980, but will it get past the millennium bug? But before I show you that, I just want to shout out the My Mate Vince Massive. And the members this month are kitdigital.com, Kip Hakes, Max Rokotansky, Chris Seal, Felipe at MrKeeves.com, DJ VG, Pigsy, Anthony Dean, Bazza2, Russ Melanson, Gaspar Heller, Rickard Bergland, Soul Reaver 555, the My Mate Vince Fan Club, Astral Red Panda, and Shamsa Al Sawadi. So massive thank you to each and every one of you. Now, check out this date. So this is something that the modern watches wouldn't do. I was going through, you know, setting the different times, etc. So when you go through here, you can just go through here. All the buttons are working really well, but look at this. 80, I thought, ooh, that's 1980, isn't it? And I thought, okay, I wonder, is it going to have the millennium bug? Is it going to go past 00? And fair play to Casio. Check it out, it does. But look at this. I was wondering, okay, that's cool. I was thinking it was going to go up to 99, but it doesn't. Look at this. They only made the watch for 40 years because look, you can't set it to 2020. It goes back to 80. How cool is that? Look, 90. Sorry, hold on. Watch. It goes to 19. So 2019, 2020. No, back to the 80s. How good is that? I think I'm going to leave it on 84. So exactly 40 years behind. I really like that. Is this the months? Yeah, this is the month. What date is it today?
Today is Wednesday, the 24th of April.
Oh, and you hold that down to see the day and the year. That's brilliant, that. Well, there we have it, 1 out of 3. So not the best video in the world as far as fixes is concerned, because essentially this worked and the other two were unfixable. But boy oh boy was it nice seeing those bond wires on that chip in there, and also the other one. The other one was full of bond wires everywhere. And what I particularly liked about this one is the fact that it only went up to 2019. I really like that one. I think that's a lovely looking watch. I think it would suit a woman or a child just perfectly. Now, if you like the inside of the of that there with the bond wires, this book is something else. So basically, this was sent to me by one of my Patreons, but he gave me the PDF version. I think his name is a Greek name. I think it's Yanis, but it's spelled Ionis. So I would be saying Ionis because I spell Yanis with a Y, but I think it might be pronounced Yanis. Apologies, I could be completely wrong there. But this book is phenomenal. He gave it to me on PDF as a present, and I had to have a physical copy because I just like physical copies rather than PDFs. It is amazing. I will link to it in the description down below, like an affiliate link, so I will get a little kickback, but it's not because of that. You know, I very rarely, I don't think you've ever heard me say that before. The book is really good. So if you have a look here, it shows you on a LED numeric display, it shows you this is what we seen earlier on, wasn't it? And if you have a look at this is interesting. There's loads of interesting stuff. Basically they cut away at loads of different components to show the inside, like the inside of an LED, because I was wondering how that worked before. But if you have a look here, you know when you get these resistor arrays, yeah, we've all seen them, but I wasn't really sure how they work. I know that each one is like a little resistor, but look what they do is they cut away at this, and by cutting away at this it will determine the resistance of it. How good is that? Because now you can physically understand it, and that's what I like about it. Look, straight cuts in the greenish resistive material mark the path of the trimming lasers, so they trim it to get different resisting, you know, different amounts, different amount of ohms. This book is something else. Honestly, look at that. That is a tuning fork inside the frequency crystal for a watch. Yeah. And again, they, where do they cut away on this one? There you go. What appears to be scratches on the tips of the tuning fork are actually the laser trim marks from a process that fine-tunes the frequency. So they can get it exact by burning away a little bit here. And I suppose the more they burn away, the faster it will vibrate. And then it will be a higher frequency, I presume. It's really, really good. I will link to that down below. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thoroughly enjoyed this one here. Seeing the inside of this shows you how far we've come when it comes to electronic components. And imagine if you had to do that on a Nintendo Switch before those bond wires, it would be impossible. But because they make it in a nice little sturdy package, it's fantastic. So yes, people say it was much easier years ago. Well, clearly not in the very early days of components. Oh, I love this one. Thanks so much for watching.